Hey everybody, I want to tell you real quick about how to make and manipulate files on the command line. As I mentioned earlier, everything you can do in Windows, you can do on the command line as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So I type in ls, those are the current things in my directory. Now if I want to create a file in this directory, I can just use the command touch, and I can create any file that I like. And now I can open this file on the command line by typing in gedit and an ampersand. And that'll open the file in gedit. I can make whatever changes I would like. Save it. Now, if I would like to look at what's inside of the file that I just created, and perhaps I don't want to open it up in gedit, a real quick command that you can use is cat, and it'll actually concatenate it to the screen. So there we have any files that I would like. Now, we can also copy this file. We can copy this file, and it's very simple. We just specify the file we want to copy, and we can specify the new name of the file. Now if I type in ls, you can see that I've got both copies. In fact, if I type in ls file, that command didn't work. So now you can see I've got both copies. If I want to remove, and I can type in cat file 1.txt, we can see it's got the same changes as the first file. And I can remove that by just saying rm file 1.txt. So one thing that can be a bit confusing about the Linux command line is actually there is no rename command. The command for renaming a file is actually move. And so if we want to rename file 1.txt, let's go ahead and clear the screen. If we want to rename file.txt, we can say move file.txt and name it superfile.txt. See, now we have superfile.txt, and I can check what's inside of it. Okay, great. Now we can also move it to a completely separate directory if we would like. So we can move this into perhaps nginx/superfile.txt. Now it's no longer in this directory. However, if we look at the nginx directory, we can see the file has been moved there as well. So we've created a file, we've modified a file, we've copied a file. How about directories? How do we deal with directories? The directory command is real simple. It's make dir, and we can say and you can see okay, we can go into our new directory. As you can see, we've got nothing in our directory, but at least we do have directory in fact. Now let's move nginx, that super text file, to new directory, that super file.txt. Okay, great. As you can see, we have nothing left in nginx. However, we have moved our file into our new directory. Great. Now, if we want to remove a directory, we can use the remove command just like before. We're going to add a couple more arguments onto it. We're going to add the R argument for making it recursive, and this will actually delete all the files inside of that directory. We can also add the F command, which says force. If we don't add the F command, here's what happens. So we say, hey, I want to recursively remove everything in the new directory, everything in that directory tree, hit enter, and it's going to ask us whether we want to remove each item in that tree. Now typically that's not a situation you want to deal with if you've got a directory that has hundreds or even thousands of files, and so we can add in the rf, and it will remove the directory for us. Very easy. So yeah, that's how to work with files in Linux. It's pretty essential. Definitely something to work on and get used to. Thanks, guys.